not as methodical. Nice to know you don't have to be methodical to be successful.
Yep.
You just wanna be methodical as often as possible.
Okay. How about teachable?
Teachable, coachable, flexible, and then you have to just keep going, cause I've been in business a long time, but everything's changed. So
Yeah.
it might as well be a completely new business. That was a big aha that I had. So if you think you're in the weeds all by yourself, I promise you, we're all together. The world's changing quickly, and our
Yeah.
Keller Williams world is really changing quickly.
Yeah.
So,
Technology's evolving.
yeah, absolutely. So again, my name is Jeanie Vance, and I've been with the company, affiliated with the company since about 2002, 2003. I was on the team. We started the first Keller Williams here in the state, which I'm quite proud of.
Wow. So
Right here in Keys.
Wow.
And I've been in the business for 31 years. I really enjoy it. My passion was teaching, so I am happy to be on the team of instructors. And like I shared with Corey, I love new agents because you're uncontaminated, right? Okay. So just a couple things I want to tell you about kind of my perspective before we get started. It's going to be a great day. A lot of hands-on stuff's going to go on. We're going to report some numbers back, and I have complete empathy for what you're going through, right? You know, just like we have to tell our clients to expect to be some bumps on the road, but it's okay, Mr. and Mrs. Client, because we're there to fix it, correct it, and move on. Well, that's gonna be your real estate business as well. We just need to put a little bit of focus on what it is that we do best within this business, and focus on a few of those things to get us started, and then continue to incorporate things into your business, because right now it probably feels like you're getting shot with machine gun fire, and guess what, you are. But what a beautiful thing that you're in a business now, that you are able to choose how you want to move forward, how you want to build your business. Many new agents choose to do open houses. I'm jumping back into the open house world at this time as well, because my business is smaller right now and I need to beef it up. So that's a beautiful thing that you have available to you right out of the gate, just as much as any of us. It doesn't matter how much experience you have or don't have. If you go out there and run yourself like a business and start doing your open houses, if you choose that route, you're gonna build your business, and then you'll start to incorporate. And, you know, we talk a lot in Keller Williams about leading with revenue. So as your business builds, then you'll be able to get some more help, you know, and of course you'll have a transaction coordinator to help you with your deal, so you can continue to lead generate. So you gotta get this loud and clear. What is our job? What is our primary job in real estate?
Lead generation.
You got it. That's exactly right. No leads, no deals, right? Give me a people and I go out and do great, but if I don't consistently lead generate, I miss quite a bit of work here a few months ago, and I was sharing with Corey, if you wanna know why your business is great or not so great, look back 3 months. What were you doing, right? So remember, if you've been in a 1099 W-2 for a long time, it feels differently when you don't have a regular paycheck, and it can get very frustrating. And I guess my message to you is, and I love Nicole who shared this way of putting it out, is, you know, it gets messy in the middle. So don't focus on the middle, just focus on what you're doing today, right? The fundamentals and what you need to do today, and carry it out in a business-like, systematic fashion. And then think about what you want your goal to be, how many deals you want closed, how much you want to bring in terms of cash, et cetera, however you're taking care of that. Don't think about the middle, because you're sacrificing, you're working hard, you're a soldier. I'm sure a lot of you have other jobs, so it's like a little bit overwhelming. You just plug along consistently, even in just one little piece of the business that you have decided to grab and run with. I promise you, it works. It works, it works, it works. We want you to get people on, you know, that you have email initially. That's what we usually have most of. Start getting in e-edge and having them get their monthly newsletters, and of course in Command, our new system, we have neighborhood nurtures and a lot of smart plans and all that. But for right now, in E-Edge, you can have something going to them every month. And it takes about 10, 12 months for your phone to start ringing. So again, at month 8, and you've had a deal or no deals or whatever, push that away, go, no, this is today, and this is what I'm doing today, and just know, we've proven it, you do this stuff, it's gonna work. I just like to put that out there, because in a couple months, I'm gonna see people and they're gonna go, oh. It's the nature of the animal, right? It's a beautiful way to improve your relationship with yourself as well, right? Because you're your own boss, and in order to really thrive in this business, you have to learn some good disciplines and create new pieces of yourself, right? That can expand and grow as this business grows. But we're number 1 on Maui, which is very, very exciting. Very exciting. Okay. So let's go ahead and go to the beginning of the 5, but I would like you to also pull out, these are the numbers that I guess you gave to Adam in the last one. I'd like to add to these numbers today. So your dials, how many conversations, and all like that. We're going to do this again today, okay? And it'll be just a while. If you haven't brought a list of people to call, just grab your phone. If you have to call your mom, that's okay too, but we're gonna do the exercise, so that's coming up. Again, congratulations, Riley.
Thank
you. Nicole. Okay, so Riley's already won first place, and that's magnificent. That means she has 90-something, but at least 24 in command. And to be fully in command, you have to have the email address, the phone number, and the physical address. That's the harder part. But there's the good news and the bad news. It's a really great reason to call these people or email these people if that's all you have. You want their physical address. And if you're wrestling with how to ask for that, that's what scripts are all about. So don't worry, we'll find a way for you to connect. So we're trying to make it very complete. Yes, ma'am.
Can I share my trick?
Please.
So for the last several months, not that it needs to take you months to do this, and now is actually a really brilliant time to be doing this, but postable.com has a free online address book. And for the last several months, I've been reaching out to all my friends on Facebook and in my phone contacts. And just basically saying, I'm getting ready to do my holiday card list.
Right.
I'd really like to have your name, your contact information, or not your name, sorry, another name, but your contact information, and I'm trying to be a better friend. And I'd also love to have your birthday so I can celebrate your birthday.
That's beautiful.
And I give them the link, and they, go online and they fill out all the information.
Wow. Postable.com.
Postable.com.
Postable.com. Okay. I'm gonna start a list here, and thank you, Riley Shannon. This is gonna be number 1, because we're gonna follow up. Did I get her name right? Oh, yeah.
Riley Shannon?
Yeah. You got a funny look on your face. We're gonna be following up with emails of this cool stuff that, so postable.com. That's kinda cool. That's very cool.
And initially, some people will think that you're a hacker, like if you do it on Facebook. That was my experience. Many of my friends thought that I got hacked, but I just kept following up with them
Yeah.
and saying, I'd really like to have your information.
Getting out of that negative, right? You had a reason,
Right.
they gave you a reason to get in touch with them.
Right. So that's how I got 93 contacts with first name, last name, address, email, and birthday.
That's great. So now you need to get addresses.
I have all of their addresses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have all
That's
the
good.
information.
So, are these all people that you know already?
They were everyone in my Facebook friends list and pretty much everyone in my phone contacts list.
Beautiful. So, that's the cool thing, right? No matter what you've been doing in your businesses before, is anyone here not a new realtor? No, okay. If, whatever it is you've been doing, I promise you, we're all old enough, we're bringing some good experience that we can apply to our real estate, businesses. And So even starting in the beginning, you all have a phone with contacts and you're all on Facebook, right? So like you said, you have everything you need to really start building your foundation. Possibly a little more of a challenge for us is adding new contacts, right? So I hope you've chosen a daily goal for how many new contacts and you're aware of the 10-4, right? It's really good to track your numbers, to write things down. It's kind of like magic, I don't know what it is, but track your numbers, track your numbers. When you're busy doing lead generating and you're calling and it just seems so slow because it takes a while to figure out who am I gonna call and what am I gonna say, and then you call them and then you gotta put what they did, you know, but that's what we do. That is what we do. Even if it doesn't feel like you're getting much done, I promise you are. So slow but sure wins the race. And even if it's 3 a day, I mean, honest to God, if you did 1 a day, how many new contacts would you have in 1 year? 365. Do you see what I'm saying here?
Mhm.
So don't be, I don't know, I kind of harp on this and I'll stop in a minute, but I just talked to so many agents that are so overwhelmed. Don't be overwhelmed, and you're only in competition with yourself, right? We have a lot of really big producers. I've been in the business 31 years. I'm awestruck by what they can do. I've had a big business, I no longer do, but if you could, again, 1 a day, you're gonna have 365 at the end of the year. The key is the consistency. So I really believe that you're so lucky, oh my gosh, well, there's a balance to everything. It's a lot more complicated now, but we have so much to help us through the internet and all the programs and systems that Keller Williams has been developing. So, anyway, keep on keeping on. The best tool that I have right now is my Keller Williams app. That's my electronic business card. And I tease them, I say, I'm being really clever, you know, because you can't lose this, right? That's what people do. And we're in a unique area where we meet people, especially at our open houses and stuff. They are thrilled, and they're savvy. They've been using Zillow. I say, you know, Zillow's pretty good, but I'll tell you, mine is more right on in prices. Mine is live. It's connected to our multiple, right? So give that out, give that out, give that out. Now when you text it to them, and of course you're asking that, now you have a number, so you can text them later and, hey, it was really great to meet you. By the way, would you like to get on my newsletter? Here's da-da-da. My thought just went out the window, but it's okay. Being able to follow up with them and for them to be able to cruise all over the island and see how the prices of things. They love it. They let you have it. They let you have it every time. Nobody ever says no. Okay, so I'm gonna get back on track here again. Okay, so we're gonna do that later. Okay, so price to sell with your CMA. That's where we're going today. I don't know how you guys feel about maybe later. I usually set up for me, I guess I'm lazy. While I pull this up, it's just gonna take a minute, but I brought some of my cards. Nothing's ever made me more money than sending personal thank you notes. Nothing, shortage of love and attention in this world, affection, all that good stuff. So you've got yours, but go ahead and pick out, because we're writing cards today. Yeah, writing cards. Okay.
I think it's actually on like the first page of that,
Is on
I
this?
think so.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Jeanie? Since you've been doing this for so long,
Mm-hmm.
like over 30 years, you were saying?
Yeah.
Okay, and on the island for about 17 or so, is that?
No, Keller Williams 17, so I've been here 46 years.
Selling real estate?
On Maui.
On
No,
Maui, oh.
31
okay, so-
years.
All right, so do you have to work at lead generation as hard now as you did in the beginning? I mean, not the very beginning, but has it
It
created?
gets easier,
Okay,
it does get easier, but you still need to remain with consistency until the business you need to lead generate every day.
still work that, you
You
still
have to
still
move it
work that.
forward, move it forward. However,
Uh-huh.
I can tell you, now this is kind of a different market because we're in the resort area. It's a little bit easier when you're in Seattle or wherever.
Uh-huh.
For many years, I didn't do a single open house or, I did all my business by referral. But it was a different business then. It really was a different business. So I categorized people A, B, C, D, not by how likely they were to buy from me or sell with me, but how likely they were to refer business to me. That became my little niche. That's the thing I grabbed and went, okay, I'm running with this, right? And I worked with a gentleman who had a mentor that we created systems, and it was just fantastic. Still going strong today. His name is Brian Buffini. And our system is very similar, actually, to that. So what happens is you continue to spend your time doing your lead generating, but the business grows. So you're still bringing in new business, but then, I just got a call from so-and-so and they're ready to buy or sell. Or so-and-so called me and they have a friend there and said, we have to call Jeanie. We have to. You're late for work, too bad. We're gonna call Jeanie and she's, you want her to be your realtor. So when those start inserting themselves, instead of working your tail off for what you're getting here in the beginning, you're continuing to get these transactions through your present efforts, but referrals and other repeat business starts filling in those gaps.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how your business grows. So, no, it does, well, it's easier when you're more comfortable too. In the beginning, it's uncomfortable not to know what you're doing. I mean, we're grown-ups and our egos get in the way and, all that good stuff, so, yeah.
Are you finding that the tool?
Hey, Sam, is there anything I need to know here? Are you just going over it through Chrome?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so spoiled, you guys spoil me, I just assume that you have, okay. Where's
The circle. Right there.
oh,
Green
there
button.
we go, yeah, which I use.
Press.
Thank you. And what made you think to ask that question? I'm just,
Why did I think to ask that? Because you're speaking from 30 years of experience, and the hope that it gets easier or the cracks get filled in from work I did 30 years ago or 20 years ago is very inspiring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun business too. Okay, let's see, we're gonna go KW. Oh, gosh, I'm used to using my own, I hope this is correct. No, it's not. Damn. I'm sorry, you guys, I've never taught a class when it wasn't already set up. Yeah, that's 2 of 3, it might work. Come on, baby, come on, work for me. Oh my gosh. Who wants to give me their password? I'm sorry, mine is all set up.
Sure.
I never, yeah.
What are you using, what do you need?
I'm gonna go into your Keller Williams and then pull up the PowerPoint. Yeah. Sorry about that. she is. Okay, I'm gonna go into education, just so you know, just how you can go in and get anything you want in terms of that, and everything nice down here. And, there we go. Number 5. You can do it. Yay. Any other questions or comments? Any good ahas or something fun that happened you wanna share?
So I was driving Uber and Lyft, and a gentleman gets in the car and he says he needs to do a 1031 exchange.
Nice.
And so then, literally like 2 days, the next day was Thanksgiving, and so then on Friday, I went and actually showed him your vacant condo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on Cooney Terrace.
Cooney Terrace, yeah. Is, you know, I tell you, I would love it if a local, you know, or not a resident purchased that. It's just so hard to find housing here. But I kind of have an investor mentality. That's a great investment.
Yeah.
So it was renting for $1,700 a month.
Yeah, I told him all that. He is actually a local. The problem was, like I shared with you, we couldn't get the financing together, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that was a really cool experience. Like, I picked him up. It was
Right.
a 10-minute ride. And what I've been doing with all my writers is, I've been passing them a notepad and saying, give me your information.
Yep.
And they just automatically start giving me their phone number, their email, and then I send them my app.
That's awesome. That's really great. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I mean, I use humor a lot, you know, so some people they're going, oh, I'm driving an Uber. There's a lot of people that drive Ubers and stuff. I just say, hey, you know, I know you think I'm an Uber driver, but actually, I'm a realtor here on Maui. This is how I generate leads. Do you know of anyone thinking about buying or selling? I mean, boom, right? And you can have fun with people. You have time, a captive audience. I like that. That's great. Okay, so yeah, I had several showings, so I remember your text though, and we've gone through that. Was great.
It's a great unit.
Yeah, it's a good little unit, no question. It's like, it's really cheap. It's 189.
Yep.
189,000. And
This is on this island?
takes, yes, and it takes in $1,700 a month. That's what it was rented for. We vacated.
How big is it? Where is it?
It's in Pony Terrace, which is on Pio Drive. It's up on the hill, kind of up in back of the college. And you have views and, you know.
So how big is it?
It's like
5 to 600 square
Yeah.
feet.
Is it a one bedroom?
1 bedroom, full bath, yeah.
Lots of storage.
Yeah, you get your parking
Hard to
spot.
find anything. That's really good.
I know, I'm shocked it's still available, but such a thing. Okay, so, you know about our action reveals, right? You familiar with that?
I don't know.
So this is something you wanna, complete and use on your daily form for doing your 10-4 and for just kind of tracking and measuring, holding yourself accountable, right?
Yeah.
So this is our mission that we asked you to complete prior to this session. Okay? And I'm gonna get in the groove, I promise, guys. It's gonna happen. Got up at 4 o'clock this morning, so it's almost time for my nap. So, do you have any questions about this mission statement? Were you able to Are you using your daily 10-4? You can use either a paper sheet or there's ways to track it online.
I wasn't aware we were supposed to do that before the class.
Okay, that's all right. Okay, well, there's a mission,
But we did.
yeah, there's a mission every week, so there'll be one prior to this, next on Wednesday. I think Wednesday and Friday you also have classes. Yeah, they've changed the whole thing. We used to do them in Kahului, and now we're doing a little closer together, and honestly, I think that's probably gonna be good, so that we have some continuity between the classes, since we all, several different instructors. I'll be with you again next Monday. I'll be very excited. I'm going to Hana as soon as I get up. Okay, so, we are gonna make some role plays in class today, and again, do your homework. So are you familiar with this form, this 10-4? I'm not gonna write things down, but track and measure, write things down, hold yourself accountable. It's really effective, plus it's really nice when you look back and see the growth that you've made, because things do really start coming together. It's what I call simple, but not easy, right? Okay, so we're gonna start by lead generating for business today, and if you turn to page 8, your first goal is to call for 20 minutes and contact as many people as possible. You wanna ask for business and or an appointment is ideal. Congratulations on the first session. I understand you guys hit it out of the ballpark, and that's fantastic. You wanna always ask for referrals, my standard thing, hey, because what do people ask you, how's business? Business is great, but I'm never too busy for your referrals. Right? That's a great line. I mean, when you're a busy agent, it's easy to, oh, I'm so busy, oh, they're going, well, why do they wanna give you some more business, screw you up more? So, keep that down to a low thing. Business is great, but boy, I'm never too busy for your referrals. And really good people refer other good people. Works the other way around too. Goal number 4, offer your KW mobile search app. That's really a great thing. So you go, hey, as soon as I hang up, I'm gonna text it to you. Now, when you give out your app, I have one of my lead generation techniques is that for about 17 years now, since my youngest was in the 6th grade, he's 28 now, I go down to Kihei Cafe in the morning with my dog, it's a different dog then, and I have coffee and hang out, and then I go across the street and we walk and run and do what we do. Probably business, it's amazing. So I gave out 2 this morning. That's my goal every morning to give out. Because I sit at this little bar and other visitors come and sit down, we start visiting. We just start visiting, and invariably they can ask me what I do. Hey, I'm in real estate. Oh, wow, that's exciting. I say, yeah, even if you're not thinking about buying or selling, it's really fun to see what things go for. Oh yeah, we cruised past and we were wondering, we saw this home and went, oh my gosh. I said, yeah, I've got the app for you. Let me send this to you. So when you send them the app, be sure to put their names on the text. I even tell them, I say, I have to write, hi, John and Mary, because otherwise at the end of the day, I don't know who these people are. I made that mistake, so hopefully you won't make that mistake. Make sure you know who they are. And then get in the habit of recording things quickly. But, people love to talk about real estate. It's good fun, and every now and then. I met someone at the cafe less than a week ago that I'm going to see this afternoon. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, so, any questions about calling? Does everyone have a list, or at least their phone, and they're gonna take action? Right?
What do you do with your dog when you're at the cafe?
She's with me.
What's up?
Oh,
It's an outdoor
okay.
restaurant.
All right.
She's the mascot, Kia Cafe mascot.
Yes.
Okay.
50 people in line at Old Bucks.
What kind
Yeah.
of dog do you have?
I have a Dachshund Terrier. And
those are
in February, she'll be 16. She still runs 3 miles a day.
Oh my gosh. So dogs are a great icebreaker too.
Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. And all the babies and,
Yeah.
well, people come up and they have this look in their eye.
She's
like, oh, you
Let's
live-
break it.
you
Oh,
live-
well, okay,
you
I'll give
live
myself one of
here.
those then.
You left your dog at home, they go, you know, because that's the one bummer about traveling, right? So yes, no, definite icebreaker, right? And I'm a grandma, and for my grandkids on the mainland, so for me, you know, I've got the grandma radar, so yeah, we visit. It's just, it's a nice ritual.
Yeah.
It's a really nice ritual. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys 20 minutes to do this, and then we're gonna talk about what happened. We're gonna record our numbers, of course, and then after that, you're gonna write at least one handwritten note to someone that you contact.